What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, May 7th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 8-game MLB slate tonight. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Joe Ryan, and he's pitching against a low-salary batting team, the Cleveland Guardians. Now, Joe Ryan, he's a pretty balanced pitcher here, only giving up a .473 OPS versus lefties, a .498 OPS versus righties, facing 4 lefties and 3 righties. But I like this pick because the Guardians have only hit 13 of his last 59 pitches. That's a .220 batting average. Now, he is $11,000 FanDuel salary, and he's $1,000 less on DraftKings, but he's averaging 43 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 2.37. Record is 5-0, pitching an average of 89 pitches per game. So I like Joe Ryan here versus the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Carlos Santana with a 48% batting advantage over Yusei Kikuchi. Carlos Santana batting a 1.005 OPS versus lefties. Yusei Kikuchi pitching his worst ball versus switch hitters, giving up a 1.077 OPS versus switch hitters. Carlos Santana is 2 for 7 here versus Kikuchi. He's $3,300 FanDuel salary, $300 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .261. So I like Carlos Santana here versus Yusei Kikuchi. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Luis Arraez with a 41% batting advantage over a low-salary pitcher, Hayden Wesneski. Luis Arraez batting 23% better versus righty pitchers, batting a 1.084 OPS versus righties. Hayden Wesneski giving up a .833 OPS versus lefties. There's no at-bats versus Wesneski yet, and Luis Arraez is $3,100 FanDuel salary, $1,300 more on DraftKings. Averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, he has a batting average of .430. So I like Luis Arraez here versus Hayden Wesneski. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. Here's a value play. I like Emmanuel Valdez. He's batting against Taijuan Walker. Emmanuel Valdez batting a 1.019 OPS versus righties. Taijuan Walker pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .887 OPS versus lefties. Now there's no at-bats versus Walker yet. Emmanuel Valdez is only $2,500 FanDuel salary, $100 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. Look at his last 5 games. He scored a 16, a 6, a 19, a 31, and a 6. He's got a batting average of .343. So he is pretty underpriced here in my opinion. Vegas thinks there's going to be 9.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Emmanuel Valdez as a value play here versus Tejon Walker. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. Another value play. I like Rodolfo Castro with a 63% batting advantage over that pitcher, Yusei Kikuchi. Rodolfo Castro batting 45% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.101 OPS versus lefties. Yusei Kikuchi pitching his worst ball versus switch hitters, giving up a 1.077 OPS versus switch hitters. Now Rodolfo Castro is 0 for 1 here versus Kikuchi, but he's only $2,600 FanDuel salary, 1,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of 267. So I like Rodolfo Castro here versus Yusei Kikuchi. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. Take a look at Brent Rooker, who's got 10 home runs already this season. He's got a good matchup here versus a low salary pitcher, Ryan Yarbrough. So he is 4,000 FanDuel salary, 2,000 less on DraftKings, averaging 15 fantasy points per game on the season, has a batting average of 330. So I like Brent Rooker here versus Ryan Yarbrough. Now I also like guys like Brandon Nimmo and Brandon Marsh. A couple of Brandons that I like on the slate here. Which one would I play? I probably would play Brandon Marsh if I had to pick between the two. Both their prices are about the same on FanDuel and DraftKings. So Brandon Marsh batting a 1.012 OPS versus righties. Tanner Houck giving up a 0.791 OPS versus lefties. Brandon Marsh is 1 for 2 here versus Houck. And he's 3,100 FanDuel salary, 1,300 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of 323. So I like Brandon Marsh here versus Tanner Houck. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.